Tonight, 6 Investigates uncovers a local man doing a physician's job for years, even though he isn't one. Cordero McMurray explains how he got certified without the proper credentials.
And I looked at him and I said, "Are you a doctor?" And he said, "Yes, I'm a doctor." He had scrubs on. He had his name on, Villarreal on it. He had a stethoscope. He had all the necessary uniform for a doctor.
Reverend John Roberts needed a physical in June as part of the requirements for his life insurance. Horatio Villarreal Jr. doesn't dispute he did the exam, but says he told Roberts he's an unlicensed physician. The Texas Medical Board tells 6 Investigates this is not allowed. A Texas Medical Board review in March found that while Villarreal attended medical school in Mexico, he's not licensed to practice medicine in Texas. For the last 13 years, Villarreal has also been certified as a medical review officer, a licensed physician who reviews lab tests for different agencies and employers, including companies regulated under the Department of Transportation. And he's been working here in Corpus Christi. Ted Schultz, chairman at the American Association of Medical Review Officers, says his company is one who certified Villarreal.
We did let this one through.
It wasn't until we contacted AMRO in April that they say they took a closer look. Schultz says that's when they discovered the document provided by Villarreal was a diploma from a medical school in Mexico, not a medical license. They asked Villarreal to provide a license, and when he didn't, they pulled his certification.
What was submitted to us, we misunderstood as being a license, but it wasn't. So to some degree, I do take some responsibility for that, or we take some responsibility for that.
We spoke to Villarreal. He declined to go on camera, but told us over the phone that he went to medical school in Mexico, but has never been a licensed physician anywhere.
I guess 2.5 months ago, I was contacted by AMRO, and they asked me if I had an active medical license. I said no. I said I never have. I said, however, your director mentioned that I could get certified.
Villarreal says once the company contacted him in April, he stopped doing MRO work. Prior to that, he tells us one of his jobs was to review lab reports for people taking drug tests at Precision DNA and Drug Testing, a company he says is owned by his wife. Department of Transportation regulations require MROs be licensed physicians in Canada, Mexico, or the United States. Michael Doherty is the CEO of Atlanta-based LabMD. The company has a national client base that specializes in analysis of blood, urine, and tissue specimens. Doherty says the DOT requirement is because a specific skill set is required, and the job is an important one.
We're trying to protect the public from anyone abusing any drugs or alcohol from operating a transportation system, whether that be an airplane or a bus or a delivery system or whatever.
He says the MRO is required to be separate from the lab.
That independence and that level of education assures the integrity of the read and the results.
Schultz says he's notified the DOT that Villarreal has been operating as an MRO without a license. But Villarreal says it's AMRO's fault for certifying him. He believed he was following the rules, and because he got certified, he could operate as an MRO. He also told the TMB he believed because he was certified as an MRO, he could call himself a doctor.
I didn't realize that until they brought it to my attention, and and then they told me, so I stopped doing it.
But Doherty says the rules are important.
It doesn't matter that you didn't know. This is very serious stuff. And, the authorities, it's the integrity of the system. You wonder how he got through so many hoops.
In order to become certified, DOT rules require applicants to prove they're a licensed physician to a third party, such as AMRO. The applicant must then pass a test, and every 5 years they must get recertified, which includes a test and requirement to take continuing education.
We do our best efforts to make sure that they meet the DOT requirements for this, and we basically say it's their responsibility to do that. We just have to to have some degree of faith in we're getting the straight scoop.
We followed up with Horatio Villarreal Jr. After his visit to John Roberts, he says he made mistakes and says AMRO made mistakes certifying him. But he says he is now following the rules since both the Texas Medical Board and AMRO have contacted him. For 6 Investigates, Cordero McMurray.